And put in the learning folder. Cancel that. So I'll start. Take a look at little fonts. And take a quick look at that. I like to move my text editor down here to the bottom left. There we go. So my text editor is here with my next to my toolbox. Toolbox, text editor, stage editor. I don't need. I can close it. So I just got my toolbox and my text editor. I just moved my windows around. You can move your windows however you want. I prefer this layout. My inputs and outputs are displayed. I've checked my monitor values. I'm going to get rid of my webcam so you can see the screen better. Boom. There you go. And this morning I saw this font by jeremyvesey.com. It's free, you can download it. And I want to take his font and recreate this graphic and maybe animate some of these elements. We can create this, something like this, and say we transition to this, something we'll see. Well, let's get this font into Ventuz and let's create something. I'm going to just put this on onto my other screen. I'm just going to move this across. I'm going to get an axis. You can either find that in the toolbox, world, or if you just hit a spacebar, you can do a search for what you want. I'm hitting spacebar shortcut. So, when you hit spacebar here, does it give it? Yeah, here you got options. Switch to alphabetical mode. So now when I hit space, it just know. So control space. There we go. So now I can search for specific nodes rather than me going here. So we've got an axis, and let's use 3D font to start with. So we've got our text 3D, and we choose block text. This will be our first title that will say free. Free like the PLE. Okay. I just renamed that free. It doesn't rename it here in the window because you need to do this in the properties. So if you click on, I just scaled this up on the scale all just so you can see it better. But if you click here on the content window and here in the text window here, text property, you just hit. Let's type in free. Boom. Now we don't have the font correct, so we need to load that in. So I'm just going to edit. And here you can, if you have the font installed on your system, you can browse for that, or you can browse for the actual file itself. So I'll go here. So what should be in my download? There we go. Because I just downloaded the font. And I hit open. I'm going to say yes, save it to the project folder. Now, where is it? Cast iron. There we go. Cast iron. I believe it was. Is it cast iron? Yeah, condensed. Yeah. So what I can do is just click cast. I'm gonna select here. Rename the preset to cast iron. Hit OK. This doesn't look the same. Let me just make sure that's not the wrong font. Not that one, not that one. The agency. Maybe it is that one. It didn't give me all the fonts. Okay. Maybe it's... Oh, isn't. I don't know. Let me just double check the font name. Browse one more time. Yeah, it's called Cast Iron. Open. Just double check. Make sure I save that. Yep. Import field. Because it's being used. So that is the one. Doesn't look like this image at all. Or this font. Where is it gone? Ew, the 3 is different. Okay. This is a different font from this. I thought this was be part of the set, but it's just this, this, and this. Okay. Silly me. I just need to find a fancy another font for the 3. Okay. But for now, let's just do the condense. And then we'll add this, we'll find another font for this, curly fonts or whatever. Okay, so we got our cast iron in there. We're going to rename this from free to condense, what the font is called. Condensed. There we go. Just going to scale it up. Now it's not centered, so when I scale it, it's justified to the left. It's left aligned. I haven't even got my window open. 1 second. Sorry. About there we go. So what you need to do is click on the font itself and change the line alignment to center. We can also change the text alignment to center. So now it's centered, center. And you see we can't skew it or anything. We can change the font type, so we can make it italic. Or we could try use a text effect. So if we go to text, where's our text tab? We're in the text tab, and we've got text effects. Let's try change the actual use text effects. So let's try. Should we use scale effect or spark effect? Let's see if spark effect does what we need. Yeah. Distance. None. Where's the alpha? I don't want alpha. Does it have an alpha? No alpha? Use alpha. There we go. Distance. There we go. Almost. And let's just adjust this. Fix the range. Oh. Nah, doesn't look the same. It should be all be aligned. All be aligned. Or can I use a rotation as well? Let's see if I can use that text effects rotation to control the where is it? Text effects. Text rotation. I don't know what will happen. Ooh. I don't want it to do that. Yeah, on the Z. That's what we want. Oh yeah, there we go. Like that. Something like this. Like steps. Is that correct and everything? What happens if I deactivate that? Yeah. Looks the same. Yeah. I'm just using these to try to tweak the font. I guess there's no skew. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna waste time. So I'm gonna rename this condensed. Double clicking it, you can rename your objects. I get an email or something. I'm gonna get a back plate. So I'm gonna get an axis and a rectangle. Let's see what else. What's gonna tell me how you do set? Oh, okay. So toolbox search. So to search, you hit spacebar in your content window or your hierarchy. So spacebar, and you see here you've got this little switch to categorized. By default, when you install it, when you hit spacebar, you get this categorized, which is the same as the toolbox, and you click here and you can find. If you change it here, switch to alphabetical mode. Now you can search for, say, cube or a color, and you can hit spacebar anywhere. You can hit there, and it'll appear anywhere you want. And you can drag. Let me go here. That's it. So that's nothing not working. Just log it in. And yeah, spacebar on. Oh, download failed. Why was it downloading in the background anyway? I didn't quit Origin. Downloading updates. So yeah, I'll bring up the shortcut. So we've got this, and we've got our plane now. I'm just going to scale this up because linear. Yeah, you can find it if you go here, linear, and you have to do, so space. So if you press space and get the menu, try control plus space. I think you space to switch to alphabetical. So that, and then control space. Control space will switch that menu. And you just space, control space. Cool. So we've got the back plate, and I'm just gonna scale this up. So it's space. So now we've got something to cast our shadow on. I'm gonna just drop a material or color on. Yeah, let's do a color for the background, which will be gray, like that. font kind of looks. Let's just push this in. Funny. The font looks funny, but hey, nothing's perfect. Maybe it's just better just to leave it as it is and rotate. Let me get rid of the rotation one. And then maybe. I can be tweaking this all day. I'll just leave it like that. Welcomes, and then let's get a. Just use the directional light for now. Directional light. Just place it in front, and we turn on shadows. Shadow map on, and we just change the lighting. Oh, because this is color, you won't see the lighting on the plane. I mean, anything on the plane. So we need to change this to. I'm gonna just go to font gray. There we go. And then I'll just remove the specular color, so I'll turn that to black. Let's just tweak this and change the roll. Something like that. Maybe something like that. That looks okay. Of course you can change here. You got shadow options, how strong that shadow will be. And of course we can change this. So I want a darker grey. Like that. And if you up your samples and the shadows, then you'll get a cleaner shadow. You can see here on the text, it's not very nice. You can even up the samples, and you can see it's improved already. So I went from 1 to 4. Now you can play around with the filtering, and there we go. You just experiment, just try different things, see what works for you. You can increase the resolution if you want, or decrease it. Yeah, I've decreased it. It doesn't look too bad. I've gone to 512, and I'm just tweak more scale filter. But it looks okay for me. So I'm just gonna fill this whole background with this. Okay, there we go. Ooh, okay, now it doesn't look too good. There we go. You're running low on disk space on your D drive. Thank you. Why is it low? Am I downloading something? No download. Just full of rubbish. Okay, full of games. So we've got that. Let's go look at the image. Where's the image? Where's the URL gone? Cool. It's got this, and then it says made by Jeremy. Made by Jeremy. Okay. So let's get a curly font. Oh, when did I close that? Yeah. Fonts. Is it the font? Choose the font for now. And the font. This is a bit. Oh, that's how convenient. Or even this one. I don't know. Let me check. How does F look like with this font? Just click on it. Free. Submit. Nah. Beams. Curly. Curly. Where's curly? Oh no. Maybe it's not curly. What would you call it? Is it handwritten? Maybe handwritten would look better. Grid retro, decorative, groovy. No. I like the F though. The F is nice, but not the font we want. Maybe I just have to go for this. Don't want to be too picky and kill time. Oh, these are horrible. Some of them are horrible. Come on, serious. We'll choose that font. No. Handwritten. Oh, there we go. Handwritten or calligraphy? That 3 looks okay. But let me just take calligraphy. There we go. Now we're talking. 3. These look nicer. 3. Yeah, 3. I do like that one. Let's download this one. Did I download it? I'm just going to duplicate this font, place it above 3, and change the Y position. If I hit open, which tutorial? I'm going to change this to 3, like that. Now we've got 3. I'm going to position this slightly lower, maybe this smaller. What did it say on the thing? Where is it? I lost the link. There we go. Oh, typeface. I'll just add the typeface in here. Right in typeface. Typeface. Oh, I really need to clean the D drive. Okay. I'll just call this typeface. Now let's shift select these two so they appear my content window. Just tie this up like that. I'm gonna shift select these two, or you can drag with your left hold down the left mouse button and drag and select both fonts. Now I'm just gonna go edit. If I go browse, it will take me to this folder where I'm gonna just unzip this font into here, then hit open and then save. And now let's look for the new font. So where is it? It was called Black Sword. There we go. Bold. Yeah, let's try bold. And I'm just gonna click that. Rename this as a Black Sword. Make sure I've got this selected. Yeah, and hit the plus. Oh, for some reason it does that. So again, I'll click Black Sword. Where's Black Sword? There we go. Black Sword. And it updates. Maybe bold wasn't a good one, but Let's change it from black sword. Oh, let's change that. Black sword normal. Yeah, I'll update that. That's fine. That looks a little bit better. I'm just gonna make that smaller. And here, I'm just gonna have a capital F and then lowercase. Oh, free. There we go. Let's scale up free a little bit. Typeface. It doesn't look the same. Maybe we can space out the characters a little. Some breathing space. Just click here, character spacing. There we go. So we've got something like this, which is it something like that. That'll do. And then he uses his condensed font again, so I'll just take this, shift this down, and get rid of the sparkle effect. So I can just control click that and then delete, like so. Make this smaller, or hit reset. There we go. And let's grab his name. So his name, where's your name? Font creator, Jeremy. That's his name. Capital V, capital J for the name, always capitals. And right, bye. Oh, it's all caps anyway. I'll just call this name. Now we've got that. I want to just do something. I just want to get an axis, another axis. Oh, I forgot to change this. There we go. Axis, and I'm gonna just place this in front, even in front of the light, in front of everything. So now I can just shift this all up like this. So let's say we start here, and then it goes up. And I should set this rectangle to scale from the top. So Y, a line from the top. And it will jump, so I'll have to reposition that. So if I say that's my top here. There we go. So now when I scale the Y position, it will scale down like this. There we go. Of course, I'm going to increase my resolution back up. Let me sort out my D drive, because this is actually bugging me. Wow. What installed on the D drive? Star Citizen. Get rid of that. Star Citizen. How big is that? 24 gig. Gotta delete that. Assassin's Creed? Did I actually download that? Delete that too. There we go. Let's empty the trash. They should stop giving me annoying messages about your disk space is full. Yes, delete. There we go. 40 gig available. Sorry about that. I'll just up the resolution. There we go. Got some banding here. I actually like the banding. Yeah. We can. I actually like that, but you can remove. Just change your filter. I'll have a little bit of it. I like that look. I like it a lot. I want to animate this so it goes up like this as we go through, like the graphic. Tutorial 11. Um, I don't know which one though. Where's the cast iron? So he has typeface since it's made by. Then he animates. We'll animate this. Feels like he animates. We animate. So I'm gonna just call this main. Main. Now I'm gonna use groups to section these off. So I'm just gonna get group and call this section 1. So I know that's section 1 now. Bang. And I can duplicate the group name like that. So it's this section 2 by, if you control click it. So if I control click this and then drag down with holding the left mouse button, I can duplicate a node down. And you see it just renamed it. It hasn't copied everything because I control clicked. If you don't control click and you drag down like that, so if you just select and then control drag down, it will duplicate the whole section. But you first select it, then control click it, then you drag down, and it works. It's confusing, but you get used to it, and then it makes sense. So we've got the second section. I'm gonna get the name. I just duplicated the name, so I control and drag the name down. Actually, I don't. Actually, no, we're going to use 2D text. So we're not going to use 3D text because that first part's 3D. We're going to use 2D text. So let's go to text and grab the 2D text. Text 2D. Block text. There we go. And we want a color for that. Bang. It's flat. And we want it to sit against the plane. So I'm just going to push it back. It doesn't really cast a shadow. And if I move my main position up, so let's move this up. Move this down. There we go. This goes out of shot when I change the Y position, and then I'll position section 2. There we go. And we'll change the font to the condensed font. Did I even save? Oh, I didn't save condensed font. So what we can do is just go edit, project, cast iron, normal, cast iron normal, and I'll call this cast iron. Okay. Add. That's cast iron. Yep. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'm going to rename the text to introduction. Is it introduction or introduce? I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, introducing. Introducing. I think that's how you spell it, right? Introducing. Let's scale this up. And we center our font. So text alignment, center, line alignment, center. And we can center our X position now. So now it's banging the center of 0, so on the X. Change our character spacing. So we have it looking similar. Cool. And let's add the 2 border lines above and below. I swear I spelled this wrong. Introducing. int rod using. int rod using, yeah. Okay, so I'll grab an axis, place one above, and a rectangle, and I'm just going to scale this. And there it is. It's all the way up there. So I need to change the Y position to -20. So I need to bring it down so you can see it. Because remember, this is a position. So I'm just going to position it here. Scale this in. This more thin. What I can do actually is just apply that color to the lines as well. So that can be the parent. And place one below. So I duplicated it. It'll be like that. Something like that. Let's just make it look similar. Yeah. Thicker lines. Oh, that's grey. That font is actually a little bit grey. So maybe I'll use another material on this one and just change this to slight tint of grey. Okay. 137, 137, 137. So we've got that. So now we've created that, and then we go up and we go to that, and then we go. I feel those lines are too thick. Let me just fix those up. Yeah, a bit more narrower. And then what does he have next? Introducing, and then this. A new typeface. Then he has this, so we can use an image. And here, free font. So what we created for the introducing, we can just duplicate that to create these, I guess. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to duplicate section 2. I'm going to completely duplicate it. So now I've got section 3. I'm going to just position the Y. So I'm just going to move this up like that. So that goes off screen. So that goes off screen like that. And then section 3, I'm just going to add an axis to the group and bring this down to the right position. So here, I'm going to change this to 3. Make the line smaller. Like that. And then scale it all down. Oh, this is what I don't like. Okay. So let me reset this. I'll have a secondary axis for the whole group here. I can position this, but scale this one. And it still moves up because of the main axis. Yeah, doesn't make no difference. So I should just keep one axis. This down, scale and position. Okay, so we've got this. It says 3 on one side. And I'll just name this axis 3. So I know that's the 3. And if I go to, what was the other side say? Font. Okay, the font is bold. And it's got this, okay. This doesn't look the same. Edit cast iron. Cast iron bold, please. Nah, I'm not gonna modify that. There we go. Did it crash? Oh wow. Actually crashed it. Oh no, it didn't crash. Okay. Let me save. Don't forget, save what you do. I'll just call this fonts. Fonts. Okay, let's save now. Let's make these lines smaller. It's bigger. And this increase the character spacing a little bit more. Yeah, that looks okay. So we've got one side here. I'm going to duplicate this again and call this one font and move it. So this is minus 11, so 11.77 will be here. So if I just remove the minus, it should jump a bit. Because this is 0, minus, and then positive. Okay, let me just change this to font. Like so. Feel that can be a lot smaller still. Okay, that'll do. So we've got free and font. Might be, I hope it's not too boring. We've got this big cast iron. Actually, you just duplicate this font here. I'm just going to drag it underneath free. And then I'll call this cast iron. Iron. And hopefully it's not boring, but iron. And let's make this big. Where are you, font? Did I lose the font? I've got font in there. Current position 46 minus 46. There we go. Cast iron. And this is white, so we don't need that material. We can use this one here. Don't think there was a space in cast iron. Or was there? I don't know. No, there was a space. But the character spacing is less. Like, something like that. Cast iron. And these are a lot smaller. So you can see I shift select these two axes. Then I can scale them together. So we've got cast iron. Let's never move the font. The spacing looks weird, so I'm just going to shift that a little. There we go. So we've got that. And what else does he have? He has, oh, his name again. And then a new typeface. So let's do a new typeface. I'm going to duplicate this cast iron text. Shift this upwards. Rename this a new. It doesn't matter actually if it's all caps or not, because this font changes it. A new typeface. There we go. Now we need to add text effects to make it curve. So we could either do spacebar text effects, and then we can do the circle effect and drop that on. You can also find it here. Where is it? Text and the toolbox, text effects. If you right click the text effects box, and then you get a circle effect. Cool. So this is our radius, and this is our angle. So our angle, guess we want it that minus 90, and then I have to rotate this 90 like that. And then if I mess around with the radius, there we go. You notice now you're gonna have issues with correcting the rotation, so I need another axis to fix that. And now I can rotate. Is it that one or the X? No, not that one. Okay, let's see if I can reset this. 90, 90. No. Which one is this? This is the Z? Yep. There we go. I don't like that. Okay. I'll delete that axis. And let's just keep on changing this. When you scale it, then you can maybe change the radius. Like that. There we go. A new typeface. The font doesn't look the same. What font is he? See, it looks completely different. Like he's using different fonts. Let's go here. Edit. What else have we got? Yeah, his font does look different. So I don't know. Let me try a different one. Yeah, that looks nice. Headline. A new type. Maybe something wrong with his font. Well, he's using a different font for that, for sure. That does not look like the example. So anyway, it's grey. So I'm gonna just duplicate this color and make this grey, grey like that. Like this. New typeface. This. Then he has an image of a hammer. So we could probably nick this hammer. Let me just here. Well, that's loading in the background. There we go. And then let's go to here. Copy this image. Control new. I pasted it in. Really small canvas window, but that actually works. I'm just gonna steal this little hammer. Steal it. Actually, it's easier. More key. I'm just gonna cut it. Control J. I only want one of the hammers, so I'm just gonna quickly get the polygon tool and just make a little cut there. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not for only for learning purposes or messing around. There we go. And I'll just go image, trim size. That's okay. Image. Let's make this fill the space up a little bit better. We'll scale it down anyway. Okay. I'm gonna just save this as a DDS. So save as DDS hammer. Just save it to my desktop. It's got an alpha. You can generate maps as well if you want, but just gonna leave these default settings. Okay, close that. Don't need it. Now I'm gonna add a Nexus texture and a rectangle. need to bring this down -48 and then scale this up. So this will be one of the hammers. And we're going to just say texture, is it texture base and alpha? And just browse for desktop and hammer. There we go. Now we've got the hammer loaded in. Now we can do all kinds of, we can animate this. Ding 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 ding. Right. That's a cool thing. So now we just duplicate. I'm going to name this hammer 2, hammer 1. So now we've got the hammers, and we can animate that. Well, we can invert that hammer as well. So if we go into the 2D mapping here, and we go here 2D mapping UV0. You see where it says scaling X, where it says 1, we just do -1. Now flip it. There we go. And just change that rotation. There we go. Now we can animate that later. So we've got the hammers. That asset's in there. It didn't take too long to get that in here. So we've done that. Next. What is his name? Whatever his logo thing is, I don't know what that is. I can create that, but I'm not bothered. Then he's just got letters. Okay. Maybe we just put the name and then just stop there. And we just animate between 3 sections. So I'm going to duplicate the title. So this cast iron. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to just call that name. Oh, this is the wrong one. I have to duplicate. Let me delete that. This one. That's why maybe I should name them. This one is the. I'll just write a new type. White. So now that is that. And then that's the cast iron. So I'll duplicate that one. And name that name. And position this down. And we can paste his name into the place. Where is it? Name Jeremy. Oh, can you let me copy your name? There we go. And let's scale it down. And we can then add the 2 little rectangles. So I'm just going to get axes, rectangle, boom. I'm going to position this down. -48. Might have made the, yeah, there it is. And I'm going to align this to the left. So now it scales from the left side. Like that. Move this to the left, right. So I'll call this right. Oh, cool. Let me check. Messages. Opens up. There you go. Something simple. It's not perfect. It's just messing around. I'm sure there's 100 things you can do differently. So let's go to the background. Let's mess around with the background. So it's not what's not opening. Which time? Let me check. Sorry about it. 1 second. Just checking. So 11:06. Okay. So at 11:06, I'm just doing something in the background. Apologies. 11:06. this. I'm going to expose these as oh, I like that. I just use the name now and then the event, so and then fire. That's quite nice. It's really nice. Oh, why do I keep on double clicking? Just pressed it once. We got our 5 events, and we got a texture. So the question was, but if I hit open like you did the tutorial, it does not open. 1106. Am I looking at the right one? 1106. 1106. Oh, 11. I'm looking at 1 hour. Sorry. Oh, so it's pressed. So I guess if you're pressing it, touch and hold, I guess. Okay. It's not what I wanted, to be honest. I don't like that at all. How can't I see this? Oh, 100. Oh, so it's pressed. Okay. But if I hit open, it doesn't open. If I hit open like you did in the tutorial, it doesn't open at all at 1106. So I guess if you're pressing it, touch and hold, I guess. Okay. It's not what I wanted, to be honest. You mean the button doesn't react? You mean the button doesn't react? Button clicking? Or I don't know. Button clicking? So we've made the right one. I'm just going to duplicate that so we can reuse this and position that. I'm just going to rename that left. And then change the alignment to the right side. Now it's like that. So now this one goes from that side, and that one goes from that side. Everyone, we can group these if we want. We can just get an axis. So you can move them and scale them as a group. We're always going to run into this Y position issue. Like that. So we've got 3 sections. There's no animations or anything. I'm just going to right click just to collapse these. Now I can go boom. Introducing a free condensed font. Yay! Introducing cast iron. Really, I should have made these into group like. Yes, I should have done it like that. And then I should have left these at their default positions. I can still do that. We can still fix it. So I'm just gonna temporarily block this. Block these 2 sections. So this one is fine. We just need to slightly position it. So I'll just add an axis in front of everything there. Position this like that. Okay, block that. Oh, I pressed Control New by accident. So unblock this one. Oh, let's take the background out of this as well. So I'm going to take the background out of section 1 and just move it there. So you can also add the background here in a layer. So you can add a background layer. So you could go new. You can do 2D background. You can add a gradient. Maybe you should do a gradient. I know. Then you can edit that, of course. You can go gray. I think that's too light, but okay. And then just reposition the background layer. And then if I go in here, then I can remove this. But then I have nothing to cast a shadow on. That's the problem. Let's leave this as it is. The lights. I'm going to check the lights. I'm just going to control and drag that like that. There we go. So section, I'm just going to call this BG. It might be look a bit confusing that I'm just reorganizing or shuffling stuff. This is not a proper tutorial. This is not just showing me messing around. Okay, so we've got axis section 2. Section 2, I'm just going to bring it up. So I'm going to change the Y position. So I'm going to bring it back to the same position here. Or should I? No. This is the one that I'm going to use for position it. But I need to bring out these graphics up here. So I have to reset that. So I'm just going to block section 1 so we can see it. And then I just have to fix the Y positions on these axes. There we go. So now all I have to do is this to position it. So let's collapse that. Block this one. Unblock this. This one's a lot of axes to fix. But if I shift select all of these and just drag the Y. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't hit reset, but it's too late. There we go. I can adjust that. Just correct that by putting cast 9 in there. And now if I put an axis in front of that, now that's easier. So everything can have its default at 0, and then this is the one that does the offset. So now we can unblock all of these. Unblock this, so Control A. So we've got section 1, 2, 3. Let's move 2 down and move 3 down. So we go from here. And you get to say that goes off screen. So 2 will be here. There we go up. Yeah. Cool. Oh, we've lost the name. So where did we put the name? So name. Where are you? Oh, that's why. There we go. A lot more easier. And just adjust some of these. So the hammers, and this. Bring this closer down. So now 1, 2, 3. three different sections. So let's make a little navigation thing here. So I'm gonna just make an axis. Let's get a rectangle. I'm just gonna add a color as well. Color to that. I'm gonna just make a nice little thin line. Something like this. And I'm gonna place it on the right side. You can place it wherever you want on screen. Like this. And I'm gonna duplicate this again. I'm gonna delete that rectangle and get a circle. Circle. So these were like our pages. Actually, maybe we don't need the line. Yeah, let's delete the line. We have 3 circles. So let's put a hole in this circle. Like that. So you can see it over here. So we've got the hole with the circle. I'm going to duplicate this again. Make it slightly bigger. And reset the hole. So it's like that. Cool. And we only need one material per thing. So I'm just going to use that one as the parent and get rid of this one. Saves us from thing. So let's make this into a button. So I'm going to just get a group. Merge to container and call this button 1. Like so. And so when it's not clicked, I'll just want it like that, at 0, and when it's selected, it just goes to that. So I'm just going to expose the scalar factor on that. I'm also going to expose the alpha values. So then here I can just make this like a bit more opaque like that, so it's more grey. So button 1, 2, and 3. I'll just use a arrange node. You can position them manually with an axis, but I'm just going to do that and center chain. And now they're evenly spaced. These buttons don't do anything because there's no animation or anything on them, and there's no buttons in there. But we'll do that. But I just want to do the animation part first. I'm just going to shift select all 3 buttons. I'm going to get keyframe animation. I'm going to do this different. Scalar. I'm going to take all 3 scalars to that animation, and I'll call this menu anime. So I'm going to animate the menu. I'm going to just go here. I'm going to go view, get my animation editor. Just drag this over here where my toolbox. I like to work like version 4 layout, classic. I'm just going to set keys. So I'm going to have a key here. I'm going to set a state here and set a state here. And that's it. So message. Sorry. There comes the message, don't appear. Gmail. Oh, so it's pressed. So I guess if you're pressing it, touch and hold, I guess. It's not open. It's I don't think it's supposed to open anything. That's what I said. You mean by clicking the button? Okay. Sorry. So I'm just gonna set right now I'm going to set these states as this. So where it's at 0.18, 0.8, I'm going to just set the free state with the keys. So let's go here, set key, and then go here, set key. Great. So no animation. So now I want these to be zeroed. Oh, no, it's the wrong way around. So no, that's correct, because 1 is just my arrange order is the wrong way around. So it should be like that. So that's the first page rule to be on. Then you go to the second page. So button 1 will be 0 and button 3 will be 0. There you go. And then at button 3, button 2 and 1 will be zeroed like that. So now it looks like it's, when you select them, it will jump. And then all I'm going to do is just use some states. So new state, set a new state there, new state S2, and new state S3. If I click on the states here, I can name this section 1, section 2, section 3. So we've got 3 states right now. Now if I click on the animation node here, we'll go begin, next, next, previous. But there's no methods or anything set up. Right now we just have the default begin, next, previous, or presented buttons. Or but what we can do is click on the little auto connect crosshair here. This does a lot of the work for us, which is this is the best, one of the best features I've ever seen in any application. We just want to create auto connections, create the animation rules, and overwrite existing ones. Now it does all the logic for us. It's ding 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 ding, does all the linking, all the possibilities. So now if I click on the animation node here, you can see it will animate between those clicks. So all we have to do is link these states here to the actual buttons. So if we go inside and add a touch button, and what I like to do with the touch button, I like to use an event as with the touch button, and I take the shot and I link it to touch pressed, and then expose the fired, because on different touch screens you get different effects, but I found with touch pressed it works with most touch screens, and then the event will always fire. So that's why I tend to use that. So I'll just expose the fired, and instead of me going into each one and updating it, I can just shift select all 3, hold down the right click and turn interfacing on, and then apply those by dragging, holding down the left mouse button and dragging down. I can update those. Now if I go into, like, say button 3, you'll see the buttons being added and it's externalizer fire. What it hasn't done sorry, is name that a fired event, because it doesn't. So it's just going to say event fired. They're all going to be named the same, so we need to name these events. So I'm going to say btn1 pressed, so I know that's been pressed, and then do the same for this one. Double click here on the expose, btn2 pressed, oh, pressed, ed, not wd, ed. Okay, and button 3, there we go, pressed. There's probably 100 ways you can build this menu. This is just one way. There's people might say it's wrong, might say it's right, but you just have to experiment and see what works for you. What you just got to find your kind of workflow, what works for you best. So we've got these, and now all we have to do is connect them to the correct button. So section 1 will be button 1. Then you can see if I right click, animate section 1 to button pressed, because that's going to the output. So section 2 to button 2, and section 3 to button 3. So now if I click, it does that. Amazing, right? But it's not driving this because we didn't animate anything yet. Right? I have to click on the actual circle itself. There we go. Cool. So we've got our menu built. So I can call this menu. And I'm just going to just drag the left mouse button, drag, and then Control Shift F. Put that in a family. Keep it nice and tidy. Cool. So now let's just make the animation for this to jump sections. Jump between the sections. So default is going to be this one. So the main, we're going to animate this. We're going to get keyframe animation as well. And again, we can just set 3 states if we want. So we can animate the Y position. I'm just going to click on my timeline. So here, if I click on it, it goes view time. And I'm going to set position. I'm going to change this to seconds. Second here. So I'm going to at 0, it's already on the first page. Second page. Third page. Cool. And then first page. Oh, I need to change the value. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So again, we can set the states. So new state. Oh, wrong button. New state. And a new state. There we go. I can name that section 1. They're kind of already named S2 section 2, S3 section 3, but you can name these whatever you want. Section 2, section 3. We've got our 3 states and the magic button that saves you all the work. Bang. And now if I go here and click on section 2 to 3, it will jump. Which is cool. Really cool. And I can adjust the speeds here between section, because you'll notice here it created, that's our animation, and then this is the extra tab it's created for section, to get between section 1 and 3. So if I want to change the duration, I can just change that by just moving that. That's quicker. So now we'll go from 1 to 3. It's like same speed as getting from 1 to 2. Same time to travel between. So all we need to do now is, let's call this sections. This is going to be our sections. Or main. I'll just call this main. I'm going to just parent these. Control Shift F. And with the buttons selected, I'm going to position it over here. Let's make this like this. So we've got the main, and we need to link them to the buttons as well. So we're driving 2 animations. These buttons are driving this animation, which is itself the jump in here, and then we're driving another animation. You can drive as many animations as you want. So 1, 2, 3. Now click the buttons, and there we go. For one, I can make it a bit more. I want to make it a bit more bouncy, so I'm just going to put an oscillator in between. Oscillator. And I'll change that to like 12 on the dampening. So now when I click, A nice little bounce. Some people might not like it, depends. I'm just messing around. Boom. Say we want to animate these pages, say the content of those pages. Say example like this introduction. This is a simple one to animate. So 2. So I'll go to section 2. What I could do is make its own animation. So I can say set this, this, and this. So I've got the 2 rectangles and the font. So I want to add the text effects to animate that introduction. So text effects. I want alpha effect. Okay. I'm gonna get a keyframe animation node. I'll just call this intro. Actually, I'll call it section 2 because then I know that's sections 2's animation. So I'm going to drop the progress so I can animate the font, the effects on the font, and I want to change some of the properties. So I want it to say center, and I want it to invert. So now if I drag the value, you'll see. Oh, I forgot. I accidentally unchecked active. There we go. Invert. There we go. So now it will kind of right on from the alpha on from the center, like that. It's nice, simple animation. And I'll take the positions of the rectangle size. I'm gonna keyframe those like that. You can keyframe pretty much any property. There we go. So we've got this animation. So I'm gonna set it at 1 second. I'm gonna set the keys in its current state, and then I'm gonna zero these out at the beginning. Set a key. There we go. Now you can see here we can offset the timing, so you can just offset your keyframes if you want. So you can have the lines draw slightly quicker than the font. There we go. So now we've got this animation. If I set 2 states, I'm going to set 2 soft states. Then like this, so S1 to S2. Oh, not S1 to S1, sorry. S2. New soft state, S2. There we go. So that's just between 2 states, next and previous, right? Cool. And what I could do, if I just want to group this, Control Shift F, because I don't want it to get too messy. I'm going to just shift this slightly up. I'll select my menu. So now I've got, for example, section 2. So what I could do is I could trigger on when you click button 2. I could link that to that, and then it will trigger the animation. And on previous, I could take it so on button 1 and 3, it will trigger the previous. I could do that, or I could link the control to the main. So now the main animation, you can see here, I've got my states. I can go S1 to S2. Is that the right way? Yeah. States. That one's S1. That should be S2, right? Yeah, it should be S1 to S2. And S2 to S1. Yeah. Connections, S2 to S1. And this one, S1 to S2. So you can see it's animating. However, I don't have enough time for it. So what I need to do is just spread this animation out. Oh, wrong keyframe. No problem. Just move the state. What? Oh, yeah. So that's 1 second there. So it takes a second, and this already animated on. You can see it's animated, but I can just offset this start here. So as it comes in, there we go, and then it's half a second, and as it goes off, it can be half a second off. There we go. And again, I can make those adjustments in here. Section 1 to 3. There we go. So I just spaced out the time because I think I had half a second to transition. So now if I go between 1 and 2, animate. So there's all kinds of ways you can trigger animations and do all kinds of stuff. I can go 3, go back to here. If you don't like the bounce, you can just delete that, control, remove that, and then that gets rid of the animation. That's just a linear animation. If you want, you can go into the animation itself, and then on the curves, if you want, you can adjust. If I click here on the Y position, you can see here you can animate. You can adjust the weight of the animation. And play around, see what works. Just mess around, see what you like, what you don't like. If you want, it could be linear. They have linear. If I want to make those keyframes linear, it will. I just select it from here, linear. Yeah, but you can see, just messing around, you get different things. You don't have to use oscillate. You can use, there's a ease node as well, ease, and here you get all kinds of. So if I change this to, let me just fix my weight in here. I'm gonna fix these, set these to linear. That's linear. But here, we'll click here, elastic. So in and out. I can do bouncy. What happens? Let's play around. Oh, bounce. Sorry. And do power. You get different effect, different things. There's lots of settings you can play around with. Lots of values. Maths effects. So under maths effects, we've got all of these, which is quite cool. Damper 0.5. Okay. Or nothing. And also you can change, if you say we've got this animation here, we can change the actual global speed of it as well. So I'll say 50. Slower. Say 500. It will work. So instead of me tweaking here, you've also got the global speed as well. There's so many things you can do. You could say 80. Okay. Let's go to the hammers. There's hammers. I want them to just be moving. So I can just use movers. Don't have to keyframe anything. Just say get the value on. Ting ting ting, like something like this. So 98 to 73. So here I'll put 98 to 73 and just drop the Z. There we go. I can take the same axes and do that. Nope, I can't do it because it's facing the wrong way. So this one should be from minus 98 to 88 or something. Move 88. Let's just do this. That's 90. It looks weird, but hey, is it offset that? What I do? We can do all kinds of weird stuff. Strange, it didn't cast the shadow for the thing, so I need to go here, inherit shadow option. No. That's an interesting one. I've never come across that yet. An alpha. There is probably a way around that, but I just don't know how. I need to find out. Eh. I'm just messing around. Made it more worse than it was. I'm gonna change these to sine. Seems smooth. You can see it smooths it out from rather than linear. There we go. I'll call that an end to the video. But just experiment with stuff. 150. So later. I don't need to save that, but you should save it if you're learning. But I like to go through, like this morning I saw that graphic. Normally I like to just go through Pinterest and stuff and then just see what's new or what's cool, what can be done, what can't be done. It's always good to, try it, experiment. What have they got today? That looks quite cool. Sensor. What's this? Oh, that's nice. That's quite a nice animation. Oh, that looks nice. Don't know what that is.
미국 우수한 대학 기금들, 중동 기관 투자자, 유럽 연기금, 그리고 아시아 및 국내 주요 기관 투자자. 코스모 자산운용은 글로벌 투자 전문기관으로
I
신뢰와
don't know what that is,
인정을 받아온
but it
투자
looks cool.
전문 그룹입니다. 그 믿음과 신뢰의 역사는 1999년 코스모 투자자문으로부터 시작되었습니다. 고객의 자산 증식과 국내 대표 투자자문사로 발돋움하였습니다.
It's really nice.
하지만 작은 성공에 만족하지 않고 세계 시장에서도 당당히 경쟁할 수 있는 글로벌 투자
I'm
전문
gonna
기업이
bookmark
되겠다는
that. I'm gonna try and
담대한
make
도전을
this.
시작하였습니다.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
스팍스는 1989년 설립된
That is so
아시아 지역
cool.
투자 전문 그룹으로 일본에서 상장된 최초의 자산운용.
That's Cinema 4D.
스팍스 그룹과 함께한 세계 시장으로의 도전. 큰 성과도 이뤄냈습니다. 나갔습니다. 마침내 2015년 빠르게 변화하는 글로벌 투자 환경을 능동적으로 이끌어가기 위하여 새롭게 거듭납니다. 스팍스 자산운용, 코스모 자산운용의 새로운 이름입니다. 스팍스 자산운용은 꿈꾸고 도전하겠습니다. 스팍스 자산운용의 성실한 실천은 계속 대표하는 오늘부터 합니다.
I really like that bit. I like this stuff. All of that I like.
유럽 연기입니다.
That's just cool.
투자자, 유럽 연기금, 그리고 아시아 및 국내 주요 기관 투자자.
I'm gonna bookmark that for
코스모 자산운용은
next one. Save. Save it, please. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Did I save it? Yeah.